love pasta. I love classic pasta with red sauce. And I also very much enjoy white sauce or buttered noodles. I'm really not picky.
Target dismissed!
However, when I order a supposedly new and exciting dish on a fancy plate covered in garnishes, only to find I've actually just been served last week's reheated leftovers, I'm less than impressed. This is my long-winded way of saying that even though Call of Duty Modern Warfare's multiplayer is my go-to comfort food in gaming, this year it feels more like a map pack for Modern Warfare 2 than a true sequel. Sure, there's some quality of life changes to gameplay mechanics, but that's paired with some very questionable progression tweaks that definitely don't make it better. I'm not feeling like the time I've invested has been rewarded as much as I'd expected. If we look at Modern Warfare 3's multiplayer as a map pack, it's actually not bad. Rust is definitely my favorite because every corner you turn will have an enemy waiting for you. It's a great map to sprint around in and level weapons. Afghan and High Rise have great close quarters fights too, but I like them more for their sniping opportunities, where I feel encouraged to find really sneaky angles and pick enemies off from across the map. The only map I really can't stand is definitely Quarry. It feels plucked straight off of Warzone's point of interest and plopped into Modern Warfare 3 with no changes, and it feels way too big for 6v6 modes. But the general feel on maps is fine.
Target down!
I'm more interested in how we run around them now. It took Call of Duty some time to find its flow with sliding and sprinting to keep up with the standards set by FPS games like Fortnite and Apex Legends. But Modern Warfare 3 definitely feels like we've hit our stride with how multiplayer should move going forward. Slide canceling is back after we first got a taste of it in Modern Warfare 2's beta, but were robbed of it when it launched. It's one of my favorite maneuvering techniques for getting around quickly, and sliding in general feels much smoother than before. I also like that in the days after launch, Sledgehammer was quick to adjust the time to reactivate tactical sprint after slide canceling, making the movement tech feel even better by increasing the sprint recovery speed. It gives me hope that things can be adjusted for the better for the future of Modern Warfare 3. Mantling is also faster this time around, so you're not at a complete disadvantage when you choose to try to hop over a wall and just become a hanging duck. I've also noticed that the weapon recoils aren't as visually harsh as they are in Modern Warfare 2. The sight not shaking around as much and having less muzzle flash when firing subtly helps me play a little bit better because I'm no longer feeling blinded when trying to take down enemies. Finally, perhaps the biggest silver lining to so little having changed between Modern Warfare 2 and 3 is that it was very nice to start it up for the first time and see my previous weapons already accessible in Modern Warfare 3 off the bat, and not be back to square one and creating my own classes. On that note, I was so happy to see my operators and skins in my multiplayer locker. It's always such a bummer to start a new game and not be able to access my cosmetic purchases. I really hope this system gets applied to future Call of Duty games, at least where it makes sense. However, while you can use some of your old favorite guns in the new matches, you probably shouldn't. The default classes available in Modern Warfare 3 are incredibly strong relative to last year's DPS numbers. The power creep is pretty evident, and it's just the way things go with Call of Duty weapons and new launches.
Changing max!
But here's where Modern Warfare 3 takes what feels like a step backwards. I really dislike the new progression system. You get access to the Armory Unlock challenges when you hit level 25, and they work a little unintuitively. Say you want to get the Assault Rifle DG58. You have to activate that Armory Unlock challenge on that weapon, then enter games to complete one set of 3 super mundane daily challenges. And even though you can queue up to 3 Armory Unlock challenges in your list, you can't have multiple Armory Unlocks activated at the same time and kill 2 birds with 1 headshot. Only one can be active and tracked. While I like the idea of being able to choose what item I want to unlock so I can get it sooner than waiting 20 levels to unlock a specific weapon, the grind becomes an incredible slog. The problem lies in the fact that you're effectively only allowed 1 consistent unlock per day, not counting the unlock you can get from zombies, because there are only 3 challenges every 24 hours. That's a gruelingly slow pace when Armory Unlock challenges apply to gear, tactical and lethal equipment, field upgrades, gloves, boots, and a decent chunk of good attachments to top it all off. That wouldn't be so bad if you could preview a weapon mod for your gun if it's locked behind the armory unlock, but of course, you can't. Also, you might get slowed down even more if you draw a challenge that's impossible because you don't have a kill streak or a piece of equipment yet. And it's actually worse than that once you realize that when you complete 3 daily challenges, you unlock a 4th challenge. So getting an impossible challenge in your daily 3 locks you out of both the impossible one and the one you can't access. To Sledgehammer's credit, that 4th challenge is generally an easy one. Get a win. And you can repeat it as many times as you want, counting as 1 daily challenge finished.
Round secure. On to the next.
That can speed up progression, but it's not really up to you if your team wins a match or not. As with any Call of Duty, the random players you get matched with most often don't play the objective, so playing modes other than Team Deathmatch or Free-for-All, where placing in the top 3 counts as a win, makes that last challenge pretty tough.
We lost that round. Prepare for the next one.
The workaround is to go into Zombies mode and complete the daily challenges there. Plus, Zombies allows you to search the map for a gun you want and exfil with it to permanently add it to your roster. However, Zombies is effectively a different game, which is why we're reviewing it separately, and maybe I don't want to play Zombies that day. To my mind, this system and its progression should be sustainable within the mode it's predominantly meant to be used in. I know that sounds like a lot of negatives, so let's circle back and point out that the fundamentals that worked so well in Modern Warfare 2 continue to work well here. Modern Warfare 3 is smooth, gunplay is good, and the time to kill is just as fast as Modern Warfare 2, which is nice because there's no learning period, and movement is sharp. If you skipped Modern Warfare 2 but want to jump in now, I'd say that's a great move for you. It's a fun game that I will be playing with my friends, but if someone already owns Modern Warfare 2, I would not recommend this game to them.
I'm taking fire!
It wasn't an easy conclusion to arrive at, but when I sat down and played Modern Warfare 3, I couldn't bring myself to say otherwise. It's a sequel that doesn't reach the bar Modern Warfare 2 set, and there just isn't enough content or novel ideas in play to justify a whole new Call of Duty. Not with the way it is at launch, at least. There could be changes that bring more quality of life adjustments, making the progression system less of a slog, for instance, but even then, it's just not a very substantial iteration, and having played heavily over the weekend and really diving into the differences in Modern Warfare 3, I'm just not impressed.
I take care of my people!
I enjoy Modern Warfare 3's multiplayer in the same way I've enjoyed nearly every one of Call of Duty's competitive killfests. When you get down to it, there are a few games out there that can really match how this series looks and feels in the heat of a firefight. To its credit, this year's game has brought back some great maps and made some meaningful tweaks to movement and recoil mechanics. But that's kind of it for what you get with Modern Warfare 3's contributions. There aren't any big new ideas to change up the same gun battles we've had for years, with the most thrilling one being that cosmetic purchases carry over from Modern Warfare 2, which is only possible because so little has changed. Especially when you put those improvements next to a cumbersome and frustrating new progression system, it's not enough to get excited about. For more, check out our review of Modern Warfare's single-player campaign and our performance review. And for everything else, stick with IGN.